Right, what's going on? Oh, it's Teri again. Teri picks fights and then starts getting all upset when the fight doesn't go her way. Anyway, here we are again. It's just gone, what, 12:30? Quite an early one. All right, lunchtime walk. Let's go lead us on to the second video now. The second video is, I've done all these videos talking about things like Matthew 7, talking about the fact that people who try and wage war on people, try and make people pay, whether it's cancel culture, whether it's anything like that. Yeah. That those people go against Matthew 7 and they will have to pay for their sins, etc., etc. But one thing is quite clear and quite likely that people are going to think is that I think that I'm better than these people. Well, no. Simple answer to that one is no. Yeah. I react emotionally. I've wanted God to cancel people. Well, with regards to wipe out all these people, of course I have, yeah. That's not me wanting to make them pay. It's not me wanting to judge them. It's just me being upset on videos. Why doesn't God just do that? Yeah. So I've asked the question. I haven't said I want God to do that necessarily. But yeah. Put it this way, we can all think like that at times. Oh, we can. Thankfully, in my youth, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have any of that sort of stuff, so there wasn't all this pressure to try and join in with attacking people and that sort of stuff. It wasn't there. And certainly as neighbours, you didn't join in with other neighbours to attack another neighbour. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Basically, you were either someone who got on with your neighbours, that meant all your neighbours if you could, or you got on with none of your neighbours. So you certainly wouldn't help a neighbour to attack another neighbour. You wouldn't do that. I mean, certainly when I was young, if you had a falling out with someone, you'd deal with it and then you'd be okay again. That's how it was as kids, that's how it was as adults. You sort of dealt with that. You were grown up about it. Grown up ish. Well, because basically we did it as kids, and as kids we weren't grown up. As kids, if someone did something out of order, you sort of dealt with it and then you moved on. Yeah, you didn't want to wage war against that kid or make them pay for a couple of years. You didn't do any of that crap. Yeah. Maybe it's a different way, but as I say, that's why I've said, look, the parents are responsible and the grandparents are responsible. Because the change in our society is down to the parents and grandparents of the kids or the young adults that are around now. Of course they are. Because it's the grandparents that taught the parents and the parents that taught the kids. If the grandparents have done a good job, the parents should do a good job. And so that's not 100% the case. Some grandparents did a fantastic job, but the parents did a crappy job. Some grandparents did a terrible job, the parents did a good job, but the kids have still gone astray. That's the reality. But in a lot of cases, it is a case where the parents are responsible for the way their children behave. The parents are responsible to make sure that the morals and values are there in their children. Yeah, but they basically said, no, we're going to give that to the schools. So I say the parents are also to blame for the way that their kids are behaving with regards to this cancel culture and let's make them pay crap. Yeah, and this insanity. Well, before I went out, they had Isaac Butterfield video about the Cinderella effect. Basically, where the cancel culture was basically having a go at Cinderella now. I'm basically saying that she was pretty much dead, wasn't she? After the poison apple. She was laying there and nobody knew what to do. This prince coming on and kissed her, revived her, and she ended up living a wonderful life, being married to this prince and becoming queen, and But because that wasn't consensual, the prince should have been then arrested for assault. Well, she was dead. That doesn't mean you don't need consent because she was dead, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't give a toss about the fact it wasn't consensual. Well, okay. Should you give someone the kiss of life? Not if it's, excuse me, does it have to be consensual? You're putting your mouth on someone else's mouth. Shouldn't that be consensual? But it happened. There was a video. It could have been spoof. Could have been a spoof one because it seems so ridiculous, but it's quite possible. A bloke, I think, had done the Heimlich manoeuvre on a woman, and because she had something stuck in her throat, saved her life, but she then tried to sue him for harming her because she didn't ask him to do that. Of course, the judge threw it out. But it's a problem, isn't it, really? In today's society, it is a problem because if you're faced with somebody, who is in a bad way, dead, whatever, you try doing chest massage, people are videoing you. Oh, he's touching her chest. Oh, no, he's touching her chest. Get him arrested. Oh, his mouth was touched her mouth. Was there consent? No, get him arrested. Any possibility that sort of thing can happen? Yep, of course. This is how crazy society has become. Right? So do I put myself on a pedestal above all these people and say I'm better? No. I put myself in a position to say, look, thank God that I've not gone down that path, because I could so easily have gone down that path, because a lot of people that are doing this stuff are still my age. There are people at my age doing this stuff. So it's not just people that are young doing it. I know for a fact, if I woke up tomorrow and didn't believe in God, suddenly I didn't believe in God anymore, I know that I'm capable of absolutely anything. Anything. I know that the one thing that's holding me back is the fact that I believe in God. Well, because as a Christian, I believe that, these people that are being a pain in the arse to me, what they're doing is called sin. So you hate the sin, but you try not to hate the person. But if you then don't believe in God, then you don't believe in sin, so then the hatred goes towards the person rather than the sin, right? And if there's no consequences in that, then you don't believe there's any heaven or hell, it doesn't matter what you do, does it? So I know for me, it's simply the case that the difference between me and them is that I'm covered by the blood. That's it. That's it. There's no other difference. I'm saved simply because of the fact that I repented. I was fortunate enough not to get drawn into this sort of crap that people get drawn into now. Because when you get drawn into this stuff, there are consequences to it. One of the consequences is you have to pay for your sin. You have to pay for your sin during that time. I've expressed that. Now, how are you going to pay for that? Well, that's up to God. That is between you and God. As I said before, different people have different payments that they have to make. It's going to be harsh. Because, put it this way, if you believe that you have the right to make someone pay, you have the right to make it hurt that person, then your sins and the payment of your sins has to hurt you. Right? That's fair. That's not being harsh. That's just being fair, isn't it, really? That's a fair payment. Because, basically, it should be a case that it should be times by the level that you times by. So if you say, oh, but you said so we can do all this, then whatever you did could then mean, well, you did so I can do all this. So times it by the same level. That's what it should be, because that's what Matthew 7 says. But it won't necessarily be that. That's where grace and mercy come in. Right, stop eating sand. What are you doing? It's not exactly going to taste very nice, is it, nutter? Oh, damn it. Eating sand. As you do. Right. Well, I think they are sufficiently knackered now. Go home, they can have a tiny bit of food, not a lot, because 6 of them have breakfast. So those 6 don't need a lot of food. And my Kylie, nice gentle walkies. We might be going out at 5. Might. Covie, stop jumping. Sorry, Locki. Stop jumping, Locks. Sorry, Cove, not you. Locki. Locki, pack it up, nutter. Well, because I said hello to Mollie. She got jealous. She got jealous and said, notice me? Locki, I can't forget you, sweetheart. So, yeah. I mean, put it this way. I'll be clear on one thing. The people upstairs, they basically said that I'm running a puppy farm. Okay. If I was running a puppy farm, there's 2 things I'd do very, very soon. Right, I'd get rid of Chewie, because Chewie's not producing anything now, is he? Mollie's going to get done soon, so I'll get rid of Mollie. I would certainly get rid of Gracie, because Gracie's going to have 1 litter of pups, and that's it. I'll get rid of Amber. Why on earth do I want to feed these dogs if they're not actually doing anything? If I don't care for them, why do I want to keep them around? If I'm just running a puppy farm, why would I keep them? Why? Oh, excuse me. Why did I keep Lucy? There's Lucy right there. Lucy hasn't had a pup for what? 3 years? 4 years? Probably 5 years now. Why did I keep her around? She's not producing any money, is she? So what I mean by baseless accusations. Yeah, BS accusations. And guarantee you one thing. I will never get an apology off these people for their accusations. Their accusations are wrong, but they will stand by the fact their accusations are right. They will never come and apologise for them. No. Of course not. Not any of them. Not any of them at all. Well, like when the dog warden came, because they said that I punched a dog in the face. I said to the dog warden, look at my knuckles. Look, they're fine. Look at my hands. There's no scratches. There's no bite marks on them. There's no bruising. There'll be bruising, or at least if I punched a dog in the part of the face where there's teeth, there'd be gouge marks on my fingers, because my fingers would have whacked against the sharpness of their teeth. And that would have cut my skin. Yeah. How many times have I played with them? Anyone with a dog knows. You play with a dog, sometimes you make a movement, you catch their teeth, and it cuts you. It cuts your skin. There would be evidence of that on my hand had I done that. There was nothing, because it was a lie. It was taking the worst case scenario and then jumping on that and sealing that and spreading that crap about. Right, again, I say, with regards to Matthew 7, if it was just that you were complaining to the authorities, that you seriously thought that something had happened and you complained to the authorities, once it was verified it didn't happen, you then come and apologised, Matthew 7 wouldn't come into the picture at all. Not on that. But no, you go to the authorities, then you go to other people, you put it online, or you go to a neighbour's boyfriend, you try and cause and spread the hatred. The hatred that you feel, you try and spread that. That's what your lies, that's what all these accusations are about. You trying to spread the hatred. That's why. You're trying to make me pay, but you're trying to involve all these other people in making me pay. So whatever anyone else does comes on you. That's the reality. Does it mean I'm better than you? No. Does it mean you're worse than me in all these ways? No. It just means that you've got yourself in one heck of a pickle, to say the least, but rather than sort of say, okay, enough, we don't want to make it worse, you keep doubling down. You keep making it worse, you keep digging your hole even deeper. Because rather than accept that maybe you were wrong, you have to keep doubling down, don't you? Yeah? That's how you're doing it now. Okay. That's up to you though, isn't it? That's your decision. But as I say, this is where people have a choice. But it doesn't mean that I'm better than anyone else. So I know that I'm capable of anything. I am. I'm capable. I know what's been in my head. Yeah. So I know that I'm capable of absolutely anything. Right. Teri, pick it up. That's where the dog poo was, or still is. Leave it. Ah, leave it. Leave it. Not dog poo, horsey poo. Yeah. It's been flattened a bit more into the ground now. So there's no big lumps of it for them to eat. They've eaten most of it, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Well, I said about getting rid of dogs. Gracie, I'd definitely get rid of Gracie after one or two pups. If I just run a puppy farm, she shits indoors all the time. So getting ready for walkies, Jesus, girl. I let her out to pee and poo earlier. She pooed outside, but again, she poos on the area where the other dogs eat. She doesn't poo on the blinking stones. Right? She can do, she just doesn't. She sees poo on those stones from the other dogs, so she knows what it's supposed to be. She can see that, right? But she just does it where she does it. But then when it's walkies time, she gets so excited, and she's sort of running around, and she can't hold it in, sort of thing. So, yeah. So rather than clean up poo every time it's walkies time, once she's had a litter of pups, and I saw those pups, Gracie be gone as well. Oi! Oi! What are you rolling now? Stop it! We had Gracie coming in poo. Now you're rolling and stop it. Locki, no! I don't care if you think it smells nice. I guarantee you, I'm not going to think it smells nice, am I? Donut, stop rolling crap. Or whatever it is. Pack it up. Don't roll it. That's not perfume to me. It might be for you, not me. Okay, not only have you got a product of it, so have I. Donuts. Come on, you. Nutter. Incher. Dozy dog. Hey? Like Gracie's got a good point. She has. She's an absolute sweetheart in so many ways. But she's a pain in the butt in some ways. She's barky at other people. She does at least give the impression, because of her teeth. I'll show. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see there. Her teeth there. You might be able to. But you can see her top jaw goes a bit further. So when she puts her face on some of the front of her face, it can feel like a bite because they can feel her teeth. Because unlike most dogs where the teeth are in line, those are further forward. So she gives the impression that she's nipping people. So not good. Because she does rush up. And we've had situations where we've had someone with a small dog waiting, and then Gracie just goes up like a ball in a china shop, crashing through. It's like, Gracie, for goodness sake, have a bit of grace. Your name is Gracie. Be a bit more graceful. God, I gave you a name. It would hopefully help you to be a bit more graceful, but you're being the opposite of that, ain't you, really? Whatever the opposite of that is, she's being that. Please, tell me in comments. What's the opposite of graceful? Ungraceful. So I call that ungraceful. Ungracie. Yeah. Okay, ungracie. Here you go. Yeah. Oi! You coming? You going where you want to go? Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. Mm-hmm. No, put it this way. When I look at these people, I don't think I want to condemn these people or anything like that. I don't want to. I'd much rather that they dealt with their issues with God. That's up to them to deal with, not to protect me, because when it annoys me is when you're saying things that affect my dogs. When you're saying that Micky's a violent dog when he isn't, that's a problem. When you're saying the neighbours next door are lovely people, even though they've sat there watching their dog attack mine. Excuse me? That pisses me off. That sort of stuff does piss me off. Of course it does. Because, you try and paint me as a bad person. You jump to the worst case scenario with me and say, oh, I punched a dog in the face, or I threw a dog down my steps. All this crap. Always worst case scenario, isn't it, really? Then you previously said that I lock puppies in a 1-by-1 box. and don't take them out and don't let them out. All that, excuse me? Lies. Just lies. Lies are a sin. Every lie you tell is a sin. Look, you may think it's true. And that's okay. Go to the authorities if you think it's true. But every time you spread it around, you try and create hatred, you try and turn other people against me, you try and show, aren't we lovely? Because we are highlighting this bad situation. We're saying that this sort of thing shouldn't go on. You're only saying this sort of thing shouldn't go on if it's me. Right? If Floyd had bitten, look, put it this way, if Floyd attacked one of the pups, say Teri, and seriously hurt Teri, you would still be friends with Natalie and her boyfriend. Even if they just sat there watching it, even if I have video of them just sitting there watching it, you'd still be friends with them. I agree fully. If someone chucks a dog down the stairs, that's bang out of order. That's not okay in any way, shape or form. You're trying to hurt the dog, that's not okay. But I don't think it's okay for people to sit there watching their dog attack someone else's dogs either. I see the same sort of level. That's abuse. That's abuse. Same thing. You don't. You only see it as abuse when it's someone you don't like. Which means you don't see it as abuse, do you? It's just an opportunity for you to try and create a bit more hatred towards this person. That's all it is. It's two-faced, isn't it? Oh, we can all be two-faced in certain things, can't we? Yeah, that's why I said that. I know that, as I say, I am capable, and I will keep saying this, I know that I'm capable of absolutely anything. Anything. I know that. At the wrong time, if the wrong things happened, I could easily, and I mean easily, do something absolutely horrendous to a human being. If it was someone I didn't like, if it was someone I had reason to hate, yeah, easy. No problem at all. Yeah, that would be a piece of piss to do. If I was in that wrong circumstance, if things happened and then happened, yeah, if I'd gone down that path, that's why I look at people like killers and stuff like that, and I say, look, I'm not going to judge. I can't judge. I've never walked in their shoes. If I had, would I have done that? Yeah, quite likely. That's why I don't think I'm better. That's a better way of putting it. I can't judge people that have done terrible things because I know that if I lived their life, I'd do things the same as them. So, just let the beep her, she's eating whatever she's eating. Licking your lips, yeah, pack it up. The beep tells you were naughty, yes? It tells you a bit, then don't wag your tail and lick your lips when you're coming back to me, you donut. Yeah, that's you saying, oh, but I got a beep, but it's still nice. You don't do that. Nutter. Oh. The reason why I'm waiting here, I saw someone over there coming back with dog. They might have been going to a car over there or to a car here, in which case I didn't want to take mine back and get into that situation. So easy, just wait here. But as I say, yeah, I don't judge people. You know, I look at Stuart Sutcliffe as a prime example, Yorkshire Ripper. Now, I don't know why he did what he did. I believe something had gone on in his life that made him do that. So I'm not going to judge him. You know, I'm not going to say what he did was right. Clearly it wasn't, was it? No, what he did wasn't right. However, that doesn't mean that I'm saying, wait, leave it. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that he's a nasty piece of scum who deserves to rot in hell for eternity. No, because, yeah, I can't say I'm better than him. Because if I was in that situation, would I have done better? No. I would have done the same as him because I'd be in his shoes. And I know that. It's just, but for the grace of God, that I'm not in his shoes. So, yeah. It's not a point of judging people. It's not a point of judging what people are doing. It's just saying, ha ha, I'm better than you. No. These videos are about highlighting the situations so anyone watching it can say, ah, good point, yeah. Okay. If something, catches their mind. So you talk about all things because, something may click. What's going to click with certain people, you don't know, do you? But something might. I'm going to pause it now to get me in the car. Once I'm in the car, I will complete this video. You take care. And I say I'll do this, finish that bit in a sec. Right. Well, even that, put it this way. There's a situation here with regards to the dogs, right? They come down here, they run down here. Gracie nearly ran into the Brinkley Road. She didn't, thankfully, but she could have done. She's a bit dipsy-dozy in that way. Yeah. Well, I didn't have Gracie for the first year and 3 months of her life. I didn't have her to train her. And the people that had her, the farmer, were trying to train her to be a working dog, but not to be a family dog. So she didn't get trained in the things she should have been trained in. So, yeah. It's what it is. So there you go. That's it. I mean, look, in none of my videos, in all my videos, I've always highlighted, when I spoke about things like cyclists, you've seen the angst in my voice. So you've seen that I don't think perfectly, there was a bit of emotional in that. But I try and be honest about that sort of stuff. When I do videos talking about these sort of accusations, I try and be honest about my feelings towards that. I try and temper the language down if I can. Put it this way, normally with regards to this stuff, there's videos I've done previous to doing the one that first goes on YouTube about this, or about this particular accusation. There's another video I did beforehand, but that was too angry, so that one didn't go on YouTube. Deleted that one, started again. So calm down a bit, do another one. But, so raw is good. Too raw, nah. Too raw is that, no, there's no need for that at all. You don't want to go too raw, because too raw is very raw. That's emotional, that's pain, that's all that coming out. You don't want that. But that shows, even that shows, that no, I'm nowhere near perfect. I know that. Oh, absolutely, I know that. But there's a difference between knowing they're perfect and being guilty of all the things that people want to accuse you of, even without really any hard evidence. Yeah. She looked out of a window, she saw a movement, so she thought I was punching a dog in the face. That's enough. That's enough to start spreading that accusation. They have a video of me carrying Locki back, turning her off as I'm carrying her back, and then putting her down, as I have with all the pups. But maybe a bit more rougher on this occasion, because I was annoyed with her, so she was getting told off. Yeah. But did I throw her down the steps? No. Did she whack into the gate? I don't think so. I mean, the one I was doing last night, that video hasn't been finished yet, but in that video, I point out that no, the gate would have been open. If the gate was open, she couldn't have whacked into the gate. What could have happened was, anyway, that's in that video. What happens even today? I had the first lot to get in the car, which was the ones who go in the back. So that's Micky, Chewie, Lucy, and Amber. 4 dogs, plus I had the young pups, because if I'm in there, Jacob decides to chew the crap out of anything. So with them, I'm trying to get Micky's lead on, I'm trying to make sure the others are quiet indoors. And of course they're bashing into the bits of wood that are there in the area. I keep having to tidy the wood up a bit because they keep bashing into it, it's falling over everywhere. But they don't fall over necessarily immediately. So if they fall over and hit the gate closes and makes that crashing noise, doesn't it? But it doesn't mean it's a dog that's crashed into it. It just means that that's happened at the same time that I've let her go. But it doesn't mean that she crashed into it. But they claim that their video shows everything. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's the reality of the situation. It doesn't. Yeah. So, there you go. Look. So, what are you going to do? You just have to put up with these people. That's the point. Sometimes, yeah, as I say, if you can move. But, yeah, don't try and make the situation worse, because there's no point doing that. Right? The reality is people are going to say what they're going to say. That's the reality. They're going to say what they're going to say, and when they do that, they do that. You know, you just got to say, right, okay, there you are, off again. Yeah. So, I mean, with that video, what I found a bit more annoying about that video that they got is that I can't even remember exactly what happened on that day, because of the fact I can't tell you what day that was. I've said that in videos a few days ago. The reason is I don't know when it happened. It happened probably around about 6 days before they put the video up. What were they doing with it for that 6 days? No idea. Well, because at other times they've highlighted, well, put it this way, when the tissue fell out my pocket, she comes screaming at me at that moment because she saw it on video. Right? The police were called and they came round to give me a warning about it the same day because they saw it on video. Oh well, as I say, in the end, I don't need to know the answer to that. Yeah. Those trees are massive. Look at the size of those things. They're huge. Wow, they got a base to them. Oh, that's impressive, that is. At some point, put it this way, if you get a heck of a lot of weight of rain, they could fall over into the road. Because then there's not much holding them over here, is there? Nope. Oh, that's the point. See the way these are just in, they could fall over at any point in time? It's exactly the same as all these council people. All these people that are trying to be a pain in your life, they may seem to have a good foothold. They may seem very, very confident and continuing what they're doing, but they could be like these trees. They could be just about to fall over. Not saying these trees are. If I thought that, I'd move the car. No, they're not just about to fall over, these trees. But they could, with the right conditions, they could fall over very, very quickly, couldn't they? And that's the reality. There was obviously one here that has fallen over. Because look at this big divot here. That's probably where the whole root of the tree just, boom, fell over. So, yeah. Huh. Yep. So there you go. I'll leave it to it. I'll speak to you soon, probably tonight. We'll probably go out again tonight, so I'll probably do a video then. But whether that video goes online, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you take care, God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.